Good afternoon. Um, Today is the 13th of April 2022. It is now 1:19 p.m. And the reason I'm making this video is because I cut our system off a unit for the air and heating unit. Um, but I'm still hearing something. There's still something going on. Plus, there's heat coming from the floor. No matter where I am in this house, my feet burn. I was feeding my sister breakfast. My feet was burning. I walked in my bedroom and I can't remember exactly what I was doing. Maybe brushing my teeth and doing my hair. My feet was burning. In the kitchen, my feet didn't burn as bad in the kitchen, but it do burns. Um, when I go in my daughter's room, my feet burn. Which I haven't been in there. Well, I have been in there, but I haven't just stayed in there. But yesterday, I was in her room and I was constantly being put to sleep, constantly. And the whole time I was in her room, one of the dogs was having puppies, so I was in there being of help. And the whole time I was in there, I was constantly being put to sleep, and I was sitting next to her window. So um, the man across the street, he have a truck that's facing her windows, which it was. He had it at the end of his yard, but he had someone to do something to it, to throw the crank, and he moved it so it'll be in front of our house. Then he had a blue truck towed, and the way they towed it and set it is the way it will be facing my bedroom. So now they have all these signals coming over here at this house, and I do believe that was what was putting me to sleep, which I'm beginning to feel that feeling now. But they monitor me 24 hours a day. And when I begin to talk about things they don't want me to talk about, they'll put me to sleep. And yesterday, I wasn't really talking about it. I was just sitting in her room on her bed. But I was constantly being put to sleep. And see, when she be in that room, she sleeps a lot. And I think they're putting her to sleep. I don't think they just putting her to sleep. I think they're messing with her mind. Because when they have you in a sleep state like that, your focus is off. There's no telling. These people have technology that you just wouldn't dream that they could have. And so I want to show that our system is off, but I'm still hearing something because I do believe with all my heart that they have this house connected to systems from other houses. I do believe there's something up under that house over there that's connected over here. And maybe that house over there that is connected over here. And there's a food truck that's across the yard next door, but it's on the other side of their yard. And he parks right there at the end of that yard. And he'll run that his I don't know what it is. If it's a generator or what he's running. Maybe it's some type of generator. But he runs it for hours. And I can feel the vibration here and the sound of it. And I think within that sound, it's connected to something that is connected to the sound. But he do it all the time. And sometimes I wakes up in early morning with my body vibrating to that sound because I can hear that sound and that sound wakes me up. But my body be vibrating to the sound. That's why I believe there's something connected to that sound. And I know they direct energy connected to the lights. The lights are in the cars. It's on they rewiring the porch lights where that direct energy, it shines through the porch lights. Um, I seen some men rewire a house where we used to live that was across the street from us. It took them a whole day to do this. I do have that video. Um, but I do want to show. And my feet is really burning. I have my feet on the floor, and it's really burning me. I think they do that because the end of our nerves is in our feet and our hands, and they want to keep us energized so that they can continue monitoring us. They and see what makes it so bad. They know we don't do nothing. They know that what the sheriff department, the CIA, the FBI, the city cops, the lies that they tell, these people might not know it in the beginning, but they learn that what they saying is false because they monitoring us and they see we're not doing nothing. If I was doing anything to break the law, I still do it because I know the law is the most law breaking of us all. I wouldn't allow them to stop me. But see, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. And the one thing they try to talk about is saying that I've had sex with a lot of men. Well, they sent the men to me for one thing to force themselves on me. What I did when I was a young woman, I did it when I was a young woman. And some of those men that I've spent my time with them. And there's nothing I can do about that. But some of the men that spent time with me, I didn't want to spend time with them. You got men that'll force themselves on you. But anyway, that's way back in the past. I'm celibate and I'm trying to stay that way. But these devils keep saying they know see what they do, they'll watch so many years. There's a pattern what they do, but see I bypassed their pattern because I learned what their pattern was. So I bypassed the pattern. So now they sending some type of technology, some type of energy to go into me because they can't do they can't send no what they call them honey pots. They can't send a honey pot to me no more because I see what they're doing. So now they send something up under this house, and it has that same like the heat that's burning my feet. It goes in that same type of heat goes in my rectum and into my vagina and burns me in my body. These people are the purest of evil. If they people, I really don't know if they're human or something else that's taking over somebody else's body. But that's really what I'm beginning to feel like this is what's going on because I know I seen an open vision. I wasn't asleep. I was watching television and I just went into a whole entire open vision. And there was people that's walking with lizard faces. They had on a uniform like maybe spaceship type of uniforms and they had weapons and they was walking upright like us. And I think these type of beings are taking our places. So what I'm thinking is that they're killing people and taking their place. And so uh, something is taking our frequencies from us. They're learning our frequencies. They got human people helping them because they're so stupid. Um, they're taking our frequencies and giving it to the creatures. So the creatures can take our places. I think a lot of the people who are in high places, leadership positions are not human. Like some of our presidents and politicians, people that's right in front of our faces. I don't think they're human. That's why they act like there's something happened to them, like they're out of control or something. And you got watch some of these people on TV, and their eyes are changed. Their eyes will get a slit instead of the round circle pupil like we have. They'll get a reptilian pupil. There's a lot of things that's going on that just listening to me talk, you just say she crazy, but no, I'm telling you what's going on. It's really going on, and they're gonna start showing themselves just how they really are. They need us in order for them. That's why if you pay attention, you'll see the atmosphere has changed. The atmosphere is changing. If you pay attention to the sun and the moon, you'll see there's something strange about the sun, especially if you have security cameras. Especially if you have the kind that moves that you can place it wherever you want to, place it up in the sky and see what you see. Don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. Get you some movable, uh, wireless security cameras and place it up toward the sky. Be good to get two. One that you'll have up in the sky and one in your yard, facing your yard, and see how things look. How the sun shine a beam down in your yard or on your yard. Just pay attention. Don't take my word for it. Just invest in you some security cameras that you can place how you want them placed. Don't just have them stationary. And you'll see what I'm saying. Especially at nighttime. You will see there's some type of energy that's out there at nighttime just sits there. You can't see it in the daytime, but at night you can. So I want to show that this stuff that's coming up in this through this floor is making me really sore because it's deteriorating my cells in my body. So I want to show what's going on. It's a fan. I might need to cut this fan off. But anyway, hoping you can see it. See where I put my fingers. Okay, this is on right here. Heat. This say heat. This say off. And this is right where off is at, and this is cool. I hope it. See it. This is heat. This is off, and this is cool. And this right here is showing that it's on off. But my feet are burning. And we had it on air condition. It was on air condition, and we're on cool. It was on cool, but my feet was burning like crazy. So I just cut the whole unit off, but my feet is still burning. So there's something up under this house other than our unit, somebody else's unit or something. It may not be hooked to a unit, but it's hooked to something that causes heat to come up under this house. He's up in the chair. But these people can do some awful things from a distance because they was attacking me so bad in my head. It felt like someone was standing over me, stabbing me in my head. And it would hurt so bad. I would just say, ow, like that. And it was attacking me all the way down to, felt like it was going down into my teeth. But my teeth started cracking. And they cracked all the way up. And my teeth wasn't rotten, but they cracked. They just would crack. They just started cracking. just started cracking. Not while I was eating or anything, just cracking until it cracked all the way up in my gum. So I had to go to the dentist to get the what was in my gum cut out. They had to cut it out. And so while I was at the dentist, they were sending gang stalkers to talk to the dentist. And I don't know why I didn't take the picture because it was of some woman. Um, I was there first, and they called her in the back. So when he cut the teeth out my mouth, and they may cut me off for telling this because my other um channel. I had another channel by my middle name, which was Regina Mike, and that's my middle name. Regina is my middle name. Patrice is part of my middle name. Then I have a first name, but I was telling the story about what the dentist did to me, and see, they can't tell me that my information is false information because this is my story, not theirs, and it's not for them to tell me where it's wrong or not. But anyway, he cut this side out first, but he cut me in a place that had stitches where there was no teeth. Then I had to go back and get this side cut out, and he did the same thing. He stitched me in a place where there was no teeth. Well, he shouldn't had cut me. But see, because he was listening to those, whoever that woman was, one of those gang stalking women, and what made it so bad, the first time I went to, there was nobody there. No, there was not one person in the waiting room. The second time I went back, there was a room full of people that they all had their phones, got the tapping and stuff in their phones. But I did hear the the person that greets you when you first get there. I could hear her telling him she know. He said, "Oh, that's just her paranoia," and she said, "No, she know." What she was saying, I know. I didn't hear that part. But every person that was working in there was black except for one person. She was Indian. All the workers, the nurse, the person that was helping him was black. The woman at the desk was black. Everybody in there was black except for one person, and she was helping him. I guess she was like a dentist or something. The person that cleaned the teeth or something. I don't know. But anyway, every time I would go back, there would always be somebody there. But the very first day, nobody was there. See, the gang stalkers, then I was going to the dentist. So the last day I went, not one black person was there. Not one. All those women that were there were gone. There was a new group there that came. They looked like they were Spanish. And either Indian or Spanish. They looked Spanish, but it could have been, it's hard for me to tell whether or not when a Spanish person is Spanish until they start talking. I'm not being racist. I'm just telling the truth because they got the same complexion, the same type of hair and stuff that I know of. Sometimes they some that I can tell. You got some Spanish, or Mexican or something. But some of them I can't tell. Just like people will get me confused the whole time I've been growing up because of my light skin. They would think I'm some another race person, and so all the black women were gone, and the one that helped him, uh, when I got my teeth cut out, they left me with no galls in my mouth. She actually was holding my galls up like this here, like she was trying to tell me something. That's what I felt like she was trying to tell me something because I never went to a dentist to get anything done, and they sent me out without any gauze to take up the blood, to soak up the blood in my mouth, especially if I got a tooth pulled. They always kept the gauze in there, but they took the gauze. And I feel like they took the gauze to get my DNA. They kept it to keep my DNA. I really do believe that. Anyway, I just don't trust. I lost trust. That last day, nothing. They were actually attacking me. There was a signal going in this ear right here. I actually had to sit where I was there with my hand up to my ear like that. I was under attack the whole time I was at the dentist. That was the only time that happened. The last day I went, and I don't know why I even stayed there, because the only thing I had to do was for him to check to make sure. No, I had to go back and get my teeth. That's what I had to do, because okay, my teeth they don't look that good, but you can only see this one. That's the false tooth. That right there. When I'm talking, you only see this tooth right here. It make me look like I don't have um but one tooth. That's because it's brighter than the rest of my teeth. But I got teeth here. They just my real ones. My real ones kind of look like what you call dingy. I don't know. Well, I do brush them. I can't say I brush my teeth every day, because sometimes I only take a bath every day. I just don't feel like it. That's how I feel. These people just drain my energy, and then I don't hardly get no sleep. I'll be trying to find a place where I can sleep without these people raping me and sodomizing me, and this energy like it be popping, beating me like I'm getting beat up by something I can't see. And sometimes I just don't feel like putting on no clothes. Um, I don't feel like doing my hair. I don't feel like doing nothing, because I just don't have the energy. And that's why sometimes when I do my videos, I be looking rough, real rough, because I've gotten beat up by something I can't see. Um, it's just crazy. And I can't understand, I don't know these people. I don't know what they're telling these people. I don't even know what they're telling them no more than I've heard people saying about something about my sex life. But how they know? I mean, really, I don't even know how many men I had in my past. I know I it's more than one, more than two, more than three, more than four, more than five, because men wouldn't stay in my life. It ain't that I wanted sex. It's because men wanted it. I'm not no sex freak. I can go without it. That's why I can go without it now. Even because I got age on me, it's because I could always go without it. Unless there was only been one man that I called up that I wanted to have sex with. And I would go months without it. And then when I decide I want to have it, I call him up. He come. So it ain't the point that, that I'm some freak of I just got to have sex. Because that's not the case. I don't even really be thinking about sex. They be sitting there lusting for me. I'm just having a conversation. So why the police is telling me, and they telling them I'm a witch. I'm not no witch. I don't know nothing about witchcraft. I don't want to know nothing about witchcraft, because I know that when witches do whatever it is they do, it ain't them doing it. It's demons doing it. I don't want to deal with demons. I'm not trying to. I've done enough damage with fornicating and giving Saint legal rights in my family through my sexual acts. Not really the act, but having sex without being married. But like that. My mama wasn't married. My grandma, she had married, but at the time she died, she wasn't married because her husband left her. Um, it's just something in our family that comes from afar, where the women in our family. This woman here got on. this pretty dress, but the dress she have on have frequency patterns. The same frequency patterns that I be seeing on my computer. I really didn't think nobody would notice that. But this was on her dress. And I like that dress. I wouldn't buy it because I know it's frequency patterns, but it's a pretty dress. I like the color. It's like a lime green and beige. But by me seeing it, I recognize the pattern. It's a frequency pattern. And this was in our yard, not really on my computer, but that's what the frequency pattern I see in our yard from the frequency that they be sending. Not this yard, but the yard that but we just moved from it back in November. We moved here in this house in November. And that man, he was always sending some type of frequencies or energies over to our house. And these people don't have a conscience. They don't have a conscience. That's why I say I don't think they're human. And I feel like they're worse than a serial killer. Because a serial killer, he kills people, but he don't kill every day. These people attacks every day. They're killing us every day. And they'll kill you until you die. If you stay in that one place, they're going to continue attacking you until you just at the place where you just dead. This morning when I woke up, I had the urge to just start praying in tongues, and that's what I did. I just went to praying in tongues. Because I just felt a strong urge to pray in tongues, and that's what I did. But my mind kept like wondering. Stuff kept, and then once my mind wondered, I stopped for a little bit and I kept myself wondering, and then I started back praying in tongues. But the enemy was really trying to stop me from praying in tongues. They don't like it. And these people don't like me to pray in tongues too because they don't understand it. And um, I've lost what I was getting ready to say. And I was talking about tongues. They don't like to hear you praying in tongues. With the house that I got my sister, when we first came up this way, I would be in the house on my knees praying at my bed. And I'll be praying in tongues. And the man that was giving me such problems out there would go to the house next door, right beside us, and would tell them I was praying in another language. I don't know what all he would say, what he would say, but I would hear the lady that stayed beside us, her son, one of her sons, because one had a blue truck, the one with the blue truck, he would always say, "She praying, man, she praying. She praying, man, she praying." And today it came to me, how he know I was praying. If he's a part of this gang stalking, well, there's a lot of Christians in gang stalking, is a part of the gang stalking, so he may have known what I was saying, but it came to me this morning that it was a stage. That it was a part of a stage. For him to say that she praying, man, she praying, man, so that I know and feel some kind of way about praying, that they can hear me. And I kept saying, how they know that I'm praying? I'm talking inside the house voice. That's what I always say. I'm praying with my inside the house boy. How did he hear me way across the street in his house? He in his house. How did he know that I'm praying? And I could hear them because they would get to the edge of their yard and be talking where I could hear them. And I just felt that it was nothing but a stage. Nothing but a stage. It just came to me today. This was uh, 4 years ago. Yeah, we moved from there 4 years ago. I think this might be the 5th year, or going on the 5th year. So it was the end of the year. I can't remember if it was October or November that we moved from that house. And we moved to closer to Fayetteville. And God, that was a big mistake. No, my big mistake was writing to the churches. I should have never did that. To write to the churches. Lord have mercy. That's when gang stalking really got bad for me. When I wrote it was 6 or 7 churches in Fayetteville. That was a big mistake. Gang stalking started coming out the woodworks. Mm-mm-mm. They started coming out the woodworks. Oh Lord. When they didn't put me to sleep, so I reckon I need to get off here. They're gonna play their little games with me. I could tell when they put me to sleep because it's right here in my forehead. They be doing something to me in my forehead. Uh, so I'm gonna get off. I just wanted to show that there's something is still on and is connected somewhere, and I do believe it's connected to the houses, and probably something over there where that food truck at, but it's probably plugged into something that's connected over here. So I don't know. I really don't know because I mean I wrote to uh, I wrote some letters, and evidently everyone I wrote the letters to was a part of this gang stalking. And they're not even trying to address anything. I got to get up here, maybe take a like walk around in the house or do something because they're trying to put me to sleep. I'm still feeling that feel like some kind of pressure, and I'm starting to hear that sound. It like a steady sound, so like a I don't know what that sound is. I don't know. It's not, this is a different sound. This sound more like a bunch of crickets or something. You got crickets. I don't know. It's a different sound right here. It's a lot of it, like maybe a bunch of crystals or something. I don't know. I ain't got off here yet. They keep putting me to sleep.